So we'll get into that whenever the time comes.
Yeah. Start with some GP action, sadly.
Yes, sir.
It wasn't all sad.
I mean,
because holy shit, Ayagura
yeah.
looks
I mean, I looks great.
Insane.
Which, to me, that tells me the Aprilia might be kind of nice. Because, I mean, Bez was right behind him in 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And Raul Fernandez was doing well, but then did he crash out? I think he just retired.
Yeah, I don't remember him crashing per se. I don't remember. I watched GP.
I know Mir crashed because I saw a bunch of memes. It was like MotoGP season hasn't started until you see this graphic, and it was Joan Mir's crashed out of the race.
he did crash out. Poor dude.
But
dude, it was a interesting race though. I mean, I don't really know what was going on with the Marquez brothers. It was some weird stuff.
They was just on one.
Did they ever say what happened to Marc Marquez? Because he was winning by like almost 2 seconds, and then all of a sudden
they asked him why, and he went, "I'm very happy. Race went very well."
I saw that. I was like, is this dude just avoiding the question, or does he just not understand?
I don't know. There's something weird with that. But with that, welcome to the MotoGrandPodcast. I'm your host, Patrick Bailey. Joined with me, as always, is
Caleb. What's up? We getting into it.
And I got a fart.
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom and
yeah, we'll be back in just a moment. Marquez. Actually, hang on.
I gotta go take a Marc Marquez on him.
No, you can't really say that though. His first factory weekend, and he had a perfect weekend.
Yeah, it was really hard to watch. Not gonna lie.
Race,
everything.
And his brother had a perfect second.
Yeah,
second in qualifying, second in the sprint, second in the race.
When did this guy get good? Like, when did he learn how to go forward?
Pecco had the perfect third. Qualifying third, sprint third, race third. Like Marquez, Alex, Pecco, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's like the script writers didn't know what to do. Like, they got through qualifying, we're like, what do we want to do for the race? I don't know, just leave it the same. We'll figure out next week, maybe something different.
Dude, I was getting my hopes up a little bit. Like, whenever Mark and Alex was battling and Alex was in first, it looked like Pecco was kind of gaining on him there for a second, and then he just wasn't anymore.
Yeah, I had hope as well, and then I was like, okay, maybe started finding something. Ooh, I might sneeze here. Oh no!
Oh
no! Oh no! Oh, it's anyways. It didn't come.
Right.
No, so I had some hope. I was like, okay, maybe, Pecco's just kind of needing to get adjusted, maybe he got kind of hit in the mouth, getting third in qualifying, and then in the sprint, maybe he's a little shaken, but he's figuring it out in the race and he's catching up. And then in his post-race interview, he was like, yeah, I just didn't have the speed. He was like, I had only hope for, at best, second. I was like,
dude, you definitely could have had, he definitely had the speed. He definitely, I don't know, man.
I mean, this kind of goes back to what we were talking about, I think, last episode. Like, he just doesn't have the confidence.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's because, I don't know if he's feeling overshadowed by Mark, or if he's just still beating himself up about not winning last year, or...
I mean, it could be a combination of the two. I mean, he lost...
Yeah.
I mean, he essentially lost the championship last year, and then Mark comes in. He's the golden boy. Mark's essentially rider number one now. Like...
That's got to be a tough pill to swallow, because he's the Ducati boy,
And he has been his whole career, and now Mark comes in, hey, I'm the hot shot. You're not. Deal with it.
I'm him. You're not.
And it sucks. I wanted to hate Marquez so bad. I do want to hate him so bad. But when he brought that kid on the podium, I don't know if you watched.
Nope, I was clicked off of that part.
Yeah, I figured he brought the Thai super fan. He's a kid. On Thursday, he had promised him that he wouldn't cry this time because last time Marquez crashed out a second and the kid was overwhelmed with emotion, which rightfully so. I understand, like seeing your hero crash out at your home GP. It's like, damn. Marquez promised him he wouldn't cry. And then when he won, he brought him onto the podium and sat him on his bike. I'm like,
bro.
Damn it.
God. Like, fuck you, Mark.
My heart, it was so sweet. Why has he got to be a good dude? Why can't he just be the worst dude? In
my mind, he is, because I never saw that. I'm just going to pretend like he never did it.
No, that didn't happen. That didn't exist. I didn't see it. I didn't see it, so it didn't happen. No, but
Mark, you gotta put that in my head.
Because I need you to suffer with me. I will say, the lack of Martin on the grid is palpable.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to him being back on. I was kind of excited that we were going to get a few races without him, get some points up. But it's kind of missed. Not gonna lie, I kind of miss him.
My fear, though, is Martin's missed all of testing, the first few races. I don't think Martin's going to be up there until like the end of the season.
See, I don't know. I don't know what to think, because a part of me is thinking like that, but another part of me is thinking that Martin's still him no matter what.
Yeah.
And that he's just going to come out fucking guns blazing because he knows he needs to, because he's already missed 2 races.
It's true. Yeah.
So it really just, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, obviously, but
I mean, I've been following him on social media. He's been posting his progress. Like, he had no movement in his hand. That's why he couldn't. And he posted, I think it was yesterday. He was like, "See, look, I can." He was like, "I can kind of move my hand back now." I was like, "Oh my god, dude!"
But he's like, "I'm fine."
He's like, "See, I'll be back soon."
But yeah, let's talk about who really was showing out though. That boy because holy shit, I did not expect to be, first of all, fighting Pecco in the sprint.
Right?
What, dude? I thought he was gonna pass Pecco and just get third. I was like, dude, what is going on?
I mean, incredible. Top 5 to start, off rip. I mean,
insane.
Also, this brings up, is Acosta washed?
Dude, that's what I'm thinking, because, what happened to Acosta this year? Where's he at?
He crashed out, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. He did good in sprint, he got 6th. So, that's,
that was solid, and then
solid. But the race, he just wasn't there, even before he crashed.
Yeah, I mean, is KTM just that bad this year? Is KTM still on last year's bike? They might not have had the money to develop anything, so they might be on a year-old bike still with no development, no advancements.
It's got to be something like that, because I can't fully I can't bring myself to believe that it's Acosta's fault.
I don't want to either, but I also don't want to sit here and keep giving, it's the bike's fault. It's the bike's fault. It's the bike's fault. Because we can't do that forever.
Yeah.
Because, granted, the best KTM finish was Binder in 8th. But even before then, Binder had Acosta. It looked rightfully, easily.
Mm-hmm.
Acosta could not get around him. I believe he eventually did, but then as soon as he did, he went down. But it's is Binder better than Acosta? We just are hopeful, or is Acosta just overriding a bike that just isn't there? Is this, Marquez's situation on the Honda before, Honda's finally now stepping back up. Shout out to Honda, by the way.
Yeah, not doing bad, man. I like to see it. Zarco
up in 7th. I mean,
Zarco looking tough.
Even Yamaha, Jay Milley, qualifying up there, being up there in the sprint, like the Japanese,
Jay Milley.
Yeah, the Japanese bikes are, finally showing that they have the potential to be up there. They still have a long way to go, but it's early signs of hope.
Well, for sure. No, I mean, I think it's progress for sure.
Mm-hmm. But
it definitely helps that KTM's kind of taking shit.
That's true. But Ducati's still very clearly top dog. Aprilia looks like they have the chance to challenge that.
Yeah, they seem neck and neck with them almost.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Bez, who last year on a Ducati didn't do much, now is on an Aprilia, and he looks more competitive.
Yeah, it was good to see Bez actually up there in the race.
Mm-hmm.
He still struggled, I'm pretty sure, on the sprint. It was pretty hard. I don't think he got any points on the sprint. But he did good in the race.
Right.
I will give him that.
Yeah.
Like, when I saw him in the sprint, I was like, it's the same Bez, Yeah,
same
Bez. And then I watched the race, and I was like, okay, Bezzy's actually here a little bit. Mm-hmm. Bezzy's actually trying to do something. I like it.
It's progress. It's nice to see that, Martin, when he does come back and is, full strength, he's not going to be on, the worst bike. It's.
I think Martin's going to be insane on that bike.
Like, it seems like the Aprilia has the potential now to challenge Ducati to be that top manufacturer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they have the talent Ducati has, clearly, because Ducati kind of has a monopoly on the top talent.
Yeah.
Minus, a few guys like Quartararo, just because I'm still a little biased, and I forever will be.
Love that guy for no reason.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He got a cool helmet.
I do like his helmet.
He's got drip. He's got drip. You cannot deny that his drip is not immaculate on that thing. But Ducati definitely has kind of a monopoly on the talent, more so than Aprilia. Although, I mean, Martin and if I can keep this up, I for sure will be on that factory ride next year.
Ew, I would love to see that. Oh my god.
Martin and factory Aprilia, if Martin comes back strong, I stays strong and can prove that he, that the Chang GP wasn't just in his backyard fluke. An Asian rider on an Asian circuit could be, a little bit of that. But I've been fast in practice. I mean, Alex Rins, there was a video of Rins and Marquez and Jack Miller chatting on the bus and Burrow Ram whenever they were doing their like, hey, MotoGP starting tour. Rins was like, who was fast? Agora. Rins knows. And the talent like finder, I guess you can call him, for Aprilia or for Trackhouse is the same guy who I think found I can't remember who, but he's found multiple champions. I think he's the one who brought up Martin.
Oh wow!
I want to say, or a few other champions have been like brought up through him being like, hey, that's the guy, and they've gone on to win championships. So he was the one who was like, we're getting so dude knows ball.
Respectful. Game sees game. You know what I mean?
Like game recognized game, and
You know what I mean?
that boy can recognize the game. So that might be
But
nice.
I just want to put out, I think it might be safe to say that in this competition of rookies that you can have Furman and some guy.
Yeah.
I think we'll just put that out there.
All right. So if so, I have 3 points.
Yes. Furman got you 3.
Furman got me 3, and how many did I get? Because I got 4th and 5th. But points are hard.
Okay, so 6 points for sprint,
and then
17.
So 17. Okay.
17-3.
17-3. I still have hope. I have 2. I now have 2 rookies. I have the thought of a hope.
If I didn't race the next 3 races, I don't think you'd catch 17 points.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe Furman's going to be that guy at some point.
Could be.
All right, I say let's switch over to 2 because 2 was
Moto 2 was interesting. So I'm just gonna get right into my I have a little gripe with the rules.
Oh yeah.
Just a slight little gripe, just because it seems a little unfair. So Darren Binder and Ivan Guevara jumped the start. Absolutely deserve a penalty. Absolutely, can't do that. I understand, giving them a penalty for that. Double long lap penalty. Okay, I guess that seems a little harsh. I would say maybe a single long lap penalty so that they don't. I feel like that's a fair assessment, but 2 seems a little ridiculous, especially when Senna Aegis got a irresponsible riding penalty for crashing out Celestino Vietti and only got a single long lap penalty. Which
kind of crazy.
Which means it's worse. You get more in trouble, technically, for jumping the start by a little bit than literally crashing someone out.
Which is insane. I feel like crashing someone else should be the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, I feel like that's the worst. That's the biggest no-no. That should be the biggest no-no.
I get you don't try to do it. It just happens a lot of the time. But it's you still just took that dude completely out of the race,
right?
And they found it your fault.
Yeah, if you get hit with the irresponsible riding, it wasn't just a racing incident. It could have been avoided. You could have avoided it. Now I can kind of understand maybe not being too harsh on that. To keep the spirit of fighting for racing positions in play, and they don't play too safe, and then it becomes super boring. But then just make it, if you want to keep that a single long lap penalty, make jumping the start a single long lap penalty. Why is that? Yeah, why is that a double? Because Ivan Guevara and Darren Binder were up there. This was Darren Binder's best race of his Moto2 career. We haven't seen him do this well, and because he kind of jumped the start a little bit, he got 17th.
Yeah. Which it was like he wasn't even there.
Yeah, which seems so cruel. I mean, he finally was up there. Also, talk a little bit of an elephant in the room. Joe Roberts clearly is still not healthy.
That boy, I don't know what's going on there. That boy.
I put him getting second.
I got 18. Holy shit.
Oops.
It's okay. I don't think any of my guesses were right because I definitely didn't have Aegis or Gonzalez in my top 3.
In my defense, though, I had Canet, then Joe, then Manny Gonzalez, and Manny Gonzalez and Canet went 1-2. So I had 2 out of the 3 on the podium.
Hey, that's better than me. I just had Canet, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we both had Canet winning. Dude, I liked what I saw from Canet. He was pissed with second. I love that. I love that.
He used to be like, content with it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, second. That's cool.
Like, kind of like Pecco right now is like, oh yeah, I got third. That's that's about all I could do. Canet was like, I got second. Kidding me? I'm 2.6 seconds off. That's bullshit. I need to do better. Like, fuck that. I love that. I love seeing fight in the riders, which tells me next race he's gonna come out being a dog.
What was really throwing me off though is David Alonso. Nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's a hard transition, but it's like
I had heard over the break, but between the season he got hurt, so he didn't get to do much testing. He didn't get to do as much testing, so he's a little behind on the curve. But I'm not going to worry too much about him yet. I think, being the best rookie is kind of out of the question for him because he's so behind on the curve. But look to see where he's at towards the end of the season, and that'll give us a better tell. Because he kind of did the same thing in 3 when he first came on. Like, he was a big name, and it was like, okay, cool, we'll see David Alonso. He didn't do too much in the beginning, but then once he figured it out, he was up there fighting. So I think once he gets it figured out, it'll be fine. Especially because he was so decorated in 3. Like, there's no way that he's just going to move up to 2 and then just fall into nothing. He could, very well could. I mean, it is a hard transition, and that would further prove our point that we've been stating over and over again, that transitioning up is super hard. But shout out to Daniel Holgado.
I was just about to say that. Holgado, kind of doing great. I ain't even gonna lie. I like to see it. I was happy to see it.
Best rookie. I was shocked. I was the first one to say I don't think Holgado's all that. He surprised me. I will admit I was wrong, at least for this week.
Just for this one time.
I will admit I may have been wrong. But, it's a long season. A lot of things can change. As for our Moto2 rookies, Vire and Ortola, no points for either. But
my dude was looking good. Ortola was looking good there for a while, and then something happened. I don't know. Maybe his tires. Maybe I don't know.
It was hot in Burram, so those tires were definitely cooked, and that is one of the most common issues with rookies is that tire conservation, because it's so different. Like Moto3, you really don't have to worry about your tires.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of do, but it's not as much as like Moto2 and GP, of course, with the power of those bikes really burning those and the heat producing from them is a lot different. So that is, kind of a learning curve. Hopefully he'll learn from it.
Yeah, because he was doing good. It looked like he might actually get a point,
Yeah, he looked like he could have been fighting for some point placing positions.
I do want to talk about Vietti though before he got crashed out. That boy's looking good.
I was about to say he looks real good on that Boscoscura.
That boy's looking good before Aegis fucking took him out. Really close to him.
That's another thing though. Like Senna Aegis up there just out of nowhere.
Yeah, I never even heard of this dude. I was like,
as soon as I saw Senna Aegis up like top 3 consistently, I was like, Caleb's gonna be like, who the fuck is this dude?
It's like Barry Baltus last year. I was like,
Barry Baltus got 6th as well.
I know. I know who
Barry Baltus is a race 1 like guru.
Yeah, this guy just comes out race 1, just dogs, and then you never see him again.
Maybe this year will be different.
Maybe. I mean, he's a cool dude. I like Barry. Barry's cool.
I mean, he's Canet's teammate. Dude,
Yeah.
I love Canet's livery, and I love Manny Gonzalez's livery. The Liquid Moly Dynavolt livery is so iconic for me because
The bikes did look cool.
It's kind of an older livery. The one Manny is rocking, or it's similar to an older one, and I love it. Dude, the black, silver, and red is so clean.
Nah, dude, the bike's really looking clean. I mean, I think any bike that Canet's on looks good. So that's all I gotta say.
Low bias. But I also want to give a shout out to Diogo Moreira for his ride.
Yeah.
I mean, Diogo Moreira is going to be a problem.
I mean, honestly, I thought he was going to get third.
I did too.
Aegis did get the upper hand on him, but I thought he was going to end up in third.
I mean, Aegis and Moreira are both second-year Moto2 guys, so they're finally kind of coming into their own a little bit. Senna Aegis clearly just had the upper hand this race, but I think that'll light a fire under Diogo. At least I hope it does. I like Diogo. He's
a cool guy. Cool guy.
Fast. But I mean, what else happened to?
Talking about fast though. Going to 3.
You taking us to 3. I like it.
Rueda looking like a dog.
Yeah.
Rueda looking like a dog.
7 seconds ahead crossing the line. Now, he had perfectly open track for like half the race.
Because
Munoz crashed out. Kelso took out Piqueras, which was kind of towards the back of that leading pack anyways, so maybe it might not have made a difference. But
I still think Rueda would have won regardless. I just think Munoz were definitely battling. You know, Munoz kind of crashing out definitely took that weight off his shoulders.
But I will say that's kind of what you get with Munoz.
Yeah.
I mean, Munoz he's a very aggressive rider. I mean, they talk about it all the time on the programs. It's like that's kind of what you get with Munoz. He's going to be, aggressive, and with aggressive riding, that leads to those potential mistakes. That's why he had that long lap, and as soon as he got that long lap, I definitely think he then started thinking about that instead of the race itself, and that led to the mistake, which inevitably ended his race.
Which did suck, because honestly, I was really enjoying watching them battle.
Oh, it was really awesome.
Entertaining. It was really entertaining.
I love Moto3 battles because they're always insane.
It's like, I'm going to pass you. No, I'm going to pass you. No, I'm going to pass you. No.
Yeah, they're so small. The track's so big. They can pass in places that typically aren't normal passing.
They're passing everywhere. It's like, dude, how you doing that?
Low bikes, fun bikes. It's like it's like go-kart racing.
But honestly, second place is really who was impressing me.
Carpe.
Alvaro Carpe.
Carpe.
Oh,
I know.
Wow, we should have picked him as a rookie.
Yeah, I will say definitely should have been the favorite. And I
feel like he was. I feel like that's why we kind of didn't want to pick him. Yeah. We saw he was like actually like in first and second place in the testings. We were like, ooh, this guy's gonna beat him.
Yeah, like he's probably gonna win Rookie of the Year. So then let's pick other rookies. But I didn't realize Maximo was too young to race.
And I didn't realize that Guido is recovering from 2 broken legs. 2.
Not 1.
He broke them
2. Honestly, we picked the perfect rookies to like have a battle between each other and no one else.
We're battling for final place.
Who's gonna do better? The guy with 2 broken legs in the off season, or the guy who can't even race yet?
Yeah. The 12-year-old or the cripple?
The child and the cripple.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh man.
Yeah. So we clearly did a lot of research before we picked these guys.
Oh, just the most in
Yeah.
depth, most in
Hmm.
depth, like absolutely, like
Yeah.
foolproof crafted. Um,
Mhm.
we purposely did this because we knew at this point we'd be like, wow, this is going to be interesting because they're going to be battling each other for last.
Yep. No, we saw it. Hey, your boy from last year though, Piqueras, that boy looking good. I know he had
he
the incident where he got crashed out, but he did come back. But he's looking good.
he started off the weekend pretty slow, but he was come race time starting to look like he was getting his flow back and kind of start moving on in on
Mhm.
on his pace that he normally runs. So it'll be interesting to see come next race, where he's at, what he can do, and if he can finally, you know, get that, I guess, that confidence. I mean, with a new team, it's kind of hard, kind of readjusting, how it all operates,
Yeah, but
especially come race weekend.
I mean, honestly though, if he didn't get crashed out, I think he would have got second or third easy.
Very well could have. I mean, there was a lot of race left, but
He was looking really promising. Like he was really looking like he was about to get up there
yeah,
into at least like third, fourth. Like
yeah.
he had the pace, and then
I mean, yeah, there was what, like 4 or 5 laps left, and he was in sixth, and he was climbing. So I mean,
like it looked like he was just getting faster. He really looked like I don't know if he would have gotten second, but I think he would have gotten at least like third or fourth.
right.
And I think he could have gotten up there with Fernandez.
I definitely think he could have fought for a top five. Um, Matteo Bertelli, looked really strong all weekend. Had a few mistakes, which got him to fall back in the race down to a fifth, but he was kind of on the move. Like
Hmm.
he was like 5 seconds, 5 6 seconds behind the Carpe Fernandez Nepa fight with like 3 laps to go, and he reeled in like 3 seconds in that amount of
Yeah, he
time.
did. He did.
Which
Honestly, I thought Faggio was looking pretty nice too.
Dennis, yeah, I mean
Dennis Faggio.
Dennis is. I mean, he's technically a rookie again this year, but he is a vet of that Moto 3 class.
Yeah,
Um,
I know, but
but but
that's why it was actually nice to see him
mhm,
doing some.
yeah,
Like it would kind of suck if they just threw him in here and he's
yeah,
still sucking.
I definitely kind of was surprised at how good of a result as he got. As we saw with Darren Binder going from GP to two, that transition from a big bike to a completely different kind of slower bike, maybe a little easier to see what you're doing, but
Mhm.
how the bike reacts is so different, and especially going from two to three. Um,
Yeah, it's gotta be weird,
it's
dude.
got to
That's
be
gotta
a
be weird.
very, very weird feeling and transition to like kind of handle. Um, So it'll be interesting to see kind of how he does the rest of the season. I definitely think he'll be able to fight for the championship. I mean, if he can continue to get back into his groove, into his old Moto 3 ways. Um, it's just the
It's
interesting
fun.
thing is if he does do good in three, what
I
happens
think.
then?
Yeah, do they move him back up?
Does he
Like,
go back up where he's proven that he can't really
I'm gonna be
compete?
honest. I feel like this is just where he's got to retire. I feel like
Well, he'll
it
age
doesn't
out
make.
eventually. I mean,
Yeah, but it just doesn't make sense for anyone to really want to pick him up after they've seen that he just doesn't perform into.
right. Like that'll be kind of every team's concern is like, okay, yes, he's fast and he can compete in three, but when we move him up to two, we see that he's, a last place guy. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, good news for him. He's a year younger than I am. So how old am I? So
He's
I
23.
I I turned 25. He turns 24 this year. So he's got 3 more years at least before he ages out of three. Um,
Nice.
so I mean,
Damn. Well, maybe, who knows? Maybe in that time, someone will decide to pick him up. Maybe he'll do better this time, too.
Yeah, that's another
Who
thing.
knows?
Maybe another year or two in Moto3 just to get his confidence back. Yeah, that could be a very, very big thing that's, that kind of held him back into is his confidence could have just been shaken. Go back
Yeah.
down to 3, get your confidence back up, win some races again, get that feeling of being on a top step again, and then
Yeah.
move back up.
Yeah, see that you can actually, be fast.
Right. Like, prove to yourself that you don't belong in 3 because you're too good for it. You do belong in 2.
But, I mean, if I'm being honest, dude, in 3 at this point, I'm really just looking forward to see what Rueda and Carpe do. They're teammates. I'm looking forward for Carpe to get, kind of some understanding from Rueda because Rueda's looking like a dog.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited for those two at this point.
I mean,
obviously, it's going to be fun, for everybody because, it's 3. You never know what's going to go on. But I'm really excited to see Rueda this whole season.
Definitely the Munoz-Rueda battle was really, fun to watch. But I kind of never had the feeling that Munoz was gonna kind of surpass him.
That's how I felt too. It kind of just felt like he was just there, just to give him just to compete. But like you were saying, I thought that Rueda was gonna get first that whole time. I never thought Rueda was gonna end up in second at the very end.
Yeah. So I just remembered something about MotoGP.
What, did you forget to press record? Oh,
oh no. Luckily we're recording. But you remember we did an over/under of where Fabio Quartararo was going to end up.
Oh.
So we had
what was the over/under?
The line was at 8.5. He got.
I picked over. I picked over.
Yeah. You got the.
Let's
over.
Go.
He got 15.
Let's go.
So
always take that over, boys, every time.
So you got it. You got that one just this once. Now,
hey, if we were going on sprint though, you would have won.
I was about to say the sprint was a different story. You got 7th. So,
but we weren't talking about sprints.
This is true. It was the first race of the season. That's the hardest one to.
Yeah.
But
no.
Back to,
we gotta have an over under for this year or for this race.
That we do. Where's next? It's
Argentina.
Argentina, yeah. So I think it's time to get into our predictions. No,
I do too. Yeah. Right. Do you want to do the over under after the predictions or before?
I'd say we'll do it after. We can kind of.
We need to start coming up with who wins the most of these over unders.
Keep a tally of it.
Yeah. So I'm up. I'm up one.
Up one. All right. So GP.
We gonna start with GP or 3? What are you feeling?
I'm just getting it set up. I'll let you decide whenever you.
Okay. I think we start GP just because it's honestly the most predictable. I feel like at this point. There's nothing crazy going on. I feel like it's going to be pretty similar to what just happened.
Yeah. Could be. All right. I got it all set up. It's not my best, but I did it. All right. So, starting with GP. As much as I...
Yeah, I think... I don't know if I can bring myself to say it. I don't know if I can, actually say it. Wow, it's gotten really dark in my room. There's no sun out right now.
It's because you know what you have to say. It's gloom time.
It's dark and gloomy.
It's dark and gloomy. It's gloom time.
Just put him at first.
Yep. We don't even have to say it, but Now the question is, who do you have second?
I want to put Pecco.
I'm putting Pecco.
I think I'm gonna go Pecco. I really don't think Alex Marquez is that guy this year. I think he just had a great weekend.
I think he had a good weekend, and I definitely can see him, continuing to do well. I don't know if it'll be a second.
Yeah.
But
so
third place.
We have the same one too. Honestly, for third, I'm kind of feeling a rookie.
Are we about to have the same 1, 2, 3? Because I was just about to say I'm kind of feeling a rookie on this one.
I think it's going to be Ayagura. I think that dude's a dog. I think he's hungry for that podium. I think he wants to get it.
He's textbook, dude. Eye is cold. Like, I was scrolling through Instagram this morning, and there's a video of Eye, and they were like, "How did you do it? How did you get fifth? And back to back, top fives both races your first weekend." He was like, "Oh, it was just teamwork, man. It was just a good team around me. It's just how it is." Like,
it's expected.
Yeah,
I'm that guy.
He's not surprised at all. Like,
dude,
he's the only one. He and his team are like, yeah. Like
everyone else is like, yo, what
everyone's
the fuck?
like,
yeah,
I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo! Then Alex just, oh my god! I was like, yeah,
honestly, we thought we'd get a little better. Thought I'd get 4-4, but 4-5 is okay. 4-5 is okay.
Yeah, fourth and a fifth, whatever.
We wanted 2 podiums, but we'll take it.
I definitely think Argentina Eye.
Oh. If I comes out and wins a race and just fucking dogs Marquez, I'm so happy.
Dude,
I'm so happy. I don't even care if Pecco gets third.
I'm attempting to do a backflip. I'm going to break my neck, but I'm going to try it.
I will break both my legs.
Okay, Guido.
Oh, my fuck. Okay, let's go to 2. Let's go to
2. Argentina. Ooh, 2 is a little more difficult.
Yeah. I don't really know who I want up there.
I know who I want, and I'm going to go with who I want.
Okay.
Because I feel like him being super pissed about second is going to translate to Argentina. And I think you're going to put the same guy as well. So, Aaron
Akan.
Also, speaking of Akan, in Moto3, Carp, it's a car.
A can and a car.
A can and a car.
A can and a car walk into a bar. Oh, fuck, dude.
Second place.
I think for my second, I'm putting Vietti.
Ooh, I like Vietti.
Because I think he's upset, that he got crashed out, and he was looking really good this race.
See, the thing is,
really fast.
Thing is, Darren Binder looked good. Ivan Guevara looked good. Senna Aegis is now a name that's rattling in my brain. But Vietti's also really good. When Vietti's fast, he's really fast.
I was considering putting him at first. I ain't even gonna lie.
Now that you've said Vietti, I kind of want to put him first.
Yeah, I was thinking to him, but I can't go back on my boy Akan. I already went back on Pecco. I feel like shit. I didn't even put that guy first. If Pecco wins, dude, I'm repenting my sins.
I'm putting Vietti first, and then Canet second.
I like that.
Just because
1-2 flipped around.
A little 1-2 flip. 1-2 flip. I don't know if that's a song, but it sounds like it should be. 1-2 flip. No,
probably not.
It's like 1-2 step. 1-2 step. I don't know. Anyways, third place is going to be a little more challenging because now we have Aegis, Morera, Manny Gonzalez.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn between
Marcos
Gonzalez
Ramirez
and Morera. I mean, even Dixon could be up there.
Dixon could, randomly be up there. He tends to do that. I think I'm going to go.
I'm torn between Moreira and Gonzalez, if I'm being honest.
I'm gonna go
If
Gonzalez.
you pick one of them, I'll pick the other one. All right, I'll go Moreira. Can't have the same three people.
Yeah.
Won't allow it. We already did that for GP. Got to switch it up a little bit. I'll take Moreira as a third, which I think is very possible.
Yeah, I mean,
I can also see him getting 8th. But
who Moreira?
Yeah,
I can also see Manny Gonzalez getting 8th.
That's true. I feel like that's how 2 is. It's like
like guys are either winning or 10th.
Yeah,
potentially. Now, for the big three. Now, I'm gonna have, because I didn't believe in him last time, I'm gonna believe in him this time. I'm doing Jose Antonio Rueda.
Yeah, I think Rueda's gonna go back to back. I'm gonna be so honest.
I think back to back is like the hardest thing to do in 3, but I think he's kind of on one.
Well, yeah, talk to David Alonso about that. But yeah.
Yeah, what he won? What, the last 7 races last year?
Yeah, bro, like 7 in a row.
Jesus Christ! Now,
wait, imagine, hear me out. Imagine Rueda. I know this is first race, but imagine somehow breaks Alonso's record.
I mean,
is that even like possible? You have to be on one from the rip.
I mean, starting off strong.
If he wins next race, we can actually talk about this.
Yes, yeah. I'm not. No, not even if he wins next race. Like, he's gonna have to win at least 3 of the first 5.
If he wins 3 in a row.
If he wins 3 in a row, I'm calling him undefeated.
It was like, yeah. So no one's winning at just Rueda. So who's second and third?
For second in Argentina, I'm putting Matteo Bertelli.
Okay.
I think Bertelli was really quick. I liked what I saw. That. I liked what I saw. Huge shout out to Scott Ogden, by the way.
Yeah.
Until he crashed out at the very end.
I saw that. That dude was looking fast.
I mean, in his debut of the CIP Green, I mean, real good. I mean,
he was looking fast, dude.
Kind of cool.
Dude, didn't he crash out literally the last lap?
Yeah, like it was like the last corner of the last lap.
I was like, dude, I saw that. I was like, oh, fuck that.
I was like, that's so sad. That's so sad. But I mean, it happens. Does
happen, but
the beauty of racing. Literally, any corner at any time you can crash out. It can be the first corner of the first lap or the last corner of the last lap. Nuts. But third.
Oh, dude, you know what? We didn't talk about him. Talk about my boy in 3, Taya Fursato.
He crashed out.
Poor dude.
Yeah, he crashed out.
He was looking He was not crazy, but yeah, just want to put that out there. Love that guy still.
I'm putting the rookie third. Carp.
I think I was also gonna put Carp third. I'm gonna be honest, but for my second, I think I'm going Munoz.
Oh, okay.
Because honestly, he was looking really good. He was looking really good. So if it's anything like this race, I think he's going to be up there fighting, at least fighting.
So we're very similar in all of these.
Yeah, and we're probably going to be very wrong.
Or we're going to be very right.
Yeah, us being on the same wavelength is either really good or makes really no sense.
Yeah. Honestly, more often than not, no sense at all, because we're not very sensical people. But it's fine, because...
Also, I feel like predicting these races is almost damn near impossible.
This early is so rough. It's so rough this early. Yeah. But it's more fun, which it's actually... I'm honestly impressed that we're so, on the same wavelength this early, because we never are this early.
No, we're usually
not towards the end. Off. Yeah, it's not towards the end where we're like, okay, you know what? Because then you have your same 5 guys that have been up there all year. But
yeah, no, now we're just, I think we're just used to that. I think we're just trying to really base it off of last race, which honestly it doesn't really fucking matter. It was race 1. Well, I feel like that's what we're both doing because it's all we have to go off of.
Well,
Usually we're more like,
I think after race 2, if it's completely different on like 2 and 3, race 3 we're going to be everywhere.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we're gonna be like, yeah. So Picaris is winning.
It's like, oh, Picaris is that guy. Like, I don't know why I doubted him and took him off the podium. Like, I'm an idiot.
Okay, yeah, hold up. I think I know who we're doing the over under on.
Oh, yeah. Okay, hang on.
I think
over
not
under.
I.
So Caleb.
I think we should do
1, Pat 0.
I think we should do Bezecchi.
Ooh, Bez.
Yeah, I think we can do an over under of like 6.5 or 7.5, whichever one you.
I like 6.5.
Okay, over under 6.5. I know which one I want to take. You go first. I know you little optimistic fucker wants to go under. I know you do.
All right, I wrote mine down. I can't back out.
What did you put under?
I went over. I went over.
That's what I wanted to say. I'll take the under though. Next week I'll pick first.
You're taking the under just to split it?
Yeah, we can't do the same.
I mean, sure we can.
I guess we can. Yes, we can. Fuck it, over.
All right, so we're both getting a point, or none of us are getting a point.
And either way, it works out for me because I'm already up 1-0. So
exactly.
I call that strategy.
I call that. Yeah.
Do we want to do over unders on 2 and 3 also, or no?
Not yet.
Not yet. Let them get a little more developed.
Yeah, let the championship kind of figure itself out a little more.
I like that. Yeah, I thought Bez would be a good person because I feel like he's kind of still on the verge of like wanting to be good and not.
That'll be an interesting one. I definitely see him getting like 8th though.
Yeah, and I can also see him getting like 4th. So it's like
yeah. It's a little scary. But I like
good over under.
Watch him get 6th or 7th.
Oh my god, that's nerve wracking.
I'm gonna be watching Bez like a hawk if he's around the 5, 6, 7 range or 8th. I'm gonna be like,
this is gonna get like a starting grid of like a 3rd, and we're gonna be like,
oh no, bro.
What are you doing?
Uh-oh. But like if he's in 7th and someone crashes out and he gets 6th, I'm gonna cry. I'm going to cry.
Oh no, that'd be depressing.
That would be awful.
I like how we're acting like this is like we're actually putting money on the line.
It's just for bragging rights.
Well, for now, who knows?
Take it to Vegas.
Maybe we can. Hey, we'll come up with a punishment. We still need to come up with punishments for the rookies.
Oh yeah. We'll figure that out here off camera, so we're not sitting here and be like,
Yeah, no one's even listening at this point, anyways.
Nah, no.
Oh, except for Gam Gam. What's up, Gam Gam?
Go go Gam Gam. But I think that's a wrap on this one. Got Argentina coming up. Excited. It'll be about a week from now.
Yeah, about a week.
Ooh. Well,
I'm excited.
This has been the MotoGrandPodcast. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
See you, boys.